Hey, that wasn't us, man. That was it had to be StreamYard. We was good. We was here like at least 15 minutes before.
Oh, all right. What's the word?
Hey, good to see you, black man. Appreciate you
Oh,
coming in
likewise,
here.
God. Chilling.
Appreciate you being
Appreciate you for
here.
having me.
Yes, sir. Hey, we here, Black Man Wear Shoes podcast, another episode. We got a very special guest, real black man. I'm MikeyHumble, NoEgo.
And I'm talking more Mont, man. We back in it again.
Hey, I want to introduce our special guest. He was born and raised in the heart of Harlem. His name is Smart. He turned a life of chaos into a mission of purpose with a mother who was battling addiction and a father who was never in the picture. He entered the foster care system at a young age, learning early what it meant to survive without a safety net. Those years of instability and abandonment led him down a path that landed him behind bars. But prison became the unexpected turning point. It was there that he discovered his voice, his discipline, and his vision for a different future. Today, Smart is a rapper, motivational speaker, boxer, and community activist, using every platform available to uplift the communities that shaped him. His music tells stories of struggle, resilience, and redemption, while his work in schools, youth detention centers, and nonprofit programs inspire young people to fight for their dreams instead of fighting for their circumstances.
Yes.
This is achieved through his charity initiatives, providing mentorship, resources, and hope. Smart is committed to breaking cycles and building futures. What was once defined by pain is now a movement defined by purpose. Smart stands as living proof that no starting point is too low, no past is too broken, and no dream is too distant. Harlem raised him, hardship refined him, and now he's using his platform to make sure the next generation does not have to learn the hard way. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Smart in the building.
Oh, I love that, man. That was great.
Welcome, black man.
Oh, man, welcome, man. I feel welcomed. I feel welcomed, my brother.
Hey, man, we was watching you all over social media, man. Handling devils, black, white, purple, whatever, representing for the people, man, for our people, and making no calls about our people exclusively, man. That's what attracted me most, in particular about you, brother. And keep that. Don't lose that.
Yeah. No, maybe percent. I mean, once you know who you are, you don't go back to who you thought you was. Right?
That's it.
So once you know who you are, you know what your design is, you know what your purpose is, then you're going to live in that purpose. And everything is going to be in alignment with that purpose. Right? So this is why it's so important for us now to take initiative, be bold, have goals, and have deadlines. The white man has trained his people to say Monday, and we're talking about goal setting, right? Like having goals and meeting deadlines. White man said Monday, the black man said someday. So someday we're gonna be free. Someday we're gonna make some money. Someday we're gonna get reparations. Someday we're gonna take the land back. Someday we're gonna build a nation. Someday, some motherfucking day till you forgot what day it was because you never said what day it was. Right? And then the white man said Monday. White man said Monday. He said we're gonna take these niggas, put these monkeys. Mind you, white man is a real monkey, but he gonna say we're gonna take these monkeys and we're gonna do XYZ. And Monday, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it again. See, white man has the boldness to set goals, right? So we have to have the same boldness to set goals for our own elevation, our personal elevation, and our generational liberation, to where we are setting the tone for our freedom, and we're not being apologetic. We're not being apologetic or asking to be free.
You can't ask to be free, man. You can't ask that.
That's all mental.
No. Because think of it like this: it's like Little Red Riding Hood, right? You know the story of Little Red Riding Hood, right? The wolf was trying to get her, right? So Little Red Riding Hood is going in the woods, and the wolf attack her, bite her ankle. She fight the wolf off. She run up a tree, and she called the police on the cell phone, and the police come. Mind you, the police, they wolves too, right? And then the wolf police pull up. Hey, what happened, you little bitch? Oh, officer, shut the fuck up, you little bitch. Get in the back of the car. What are you doing? You got weapons on you? They arrest her, right? Because she called the wolf on the wolf, and then she get to court. Now she's charged with assault on a police officer. Right, and she's sitting in the courtroom, and the judge is a wolf, the prosecutor's a wolf, her lawyer is a wolf, right? And they like, yo, listen, man, you know, and she's like, wait, judge. Now, for the charges of attempted assault and attempted murder on the whole police force, how do you plead? Oh, not guilty, Your Honor. Shut up, you little bitch. Jury, what do you plead? Guilty. Guilty. The state of Wolves versus Red Riding Hood finds this little bitch guilty of attempted murder on the whole generation of the police force. What? Okay. Yes. Little bitch. Then I mean, sorry, little cunt. I mean, I'm sorry, little whore. I mean, I'm sorry, little Red Riding Hood. Could you please stand up? And she stands up. Yes, judge. Yes, I sentence you to death. Now somebody take this little bitch out of here in the back and feed it to the rest of the wolves, right? You can't get justice from people who are without justice, right? Justice-less. I don't know if that's a fucking word. Justice-less. They are without justice. They are without honor. They're without morals. They're without principles. And we're letting people who are designed to destroy us be in a position to not destroy us. No wolf is not gonna eat little bitch. I mean, sorry, little Red Riding Hood.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Smart. Hey, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Talk more, man. Go ahead, man.
I won't go and elaborate too much, but you know, I was going to say that's very deep, man. A lot of younger guys, or especially the youth, those dudes always have a complaint, and at the end of it, they always say, "Man, it ain't like we're gonna be able to fix it any fucking way." You know what I mean? That's just like how you explained it. The time you do reach out, you think you're doing the right thing, and then you just ran yourself into the trap, and now you stuck around nobody who is thinking about society. They thinking about themselves. It's all of you. You thought you was talking to the sheep, and you was talking to the wolf the whole time. You know what I mean?
You can't. Right. You can't call your enemy. You can't call your enemy to help you, protect you from your enemy, which is his friend.
Right.
See?
Cold game.
Hey, that's yeah. That sound like that liberal versus the conservative, or like Malcolm said, God rest his soul. Hajj Malik El Shabazz, the wolf and the fox, right? You know.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
But we still the lamb chop though.
Exactly.
Still the lamb chop. Hey, Smart. Hey, two things before we get into them to the show, man. I had the questions for you. I got for you, brother. What does SMART mean? It's an acronym, right? And then
Yep.
Yeah. Break down the acronym for me. Success,
motivation, ambition, righteous, truth.
Yes, indeed.
Oh my God. That's real talk right there. Hey, and then too, what attracted me most, man, Smart, brother. What helped me was helping me get out my depression, man, anxiety, man. Me and my brother, we both veterans. What's helping me, homie? You helped me, Holmes, with that mantra. Say that mantra again.
How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. Only think about what you want. Forget about what you don't want. Never speak about what you don't have.
That's true.
Yeah. And it's about focus, right? You know how you think creates how you feel. So, and then how you feel becomes an emotion. So it's thoughts, feelings, behaviors. You think, you feel, you do. You think, you feel, you do. But what you see, what you hear can influence how you think.
Yeah.
And that can turn into how you feel, which will architect your behaviors. So we have to protect our thoughts and only think thoughts that make us feel good, right? Only think thoughts that, you know, that's the point. That's the point of having mantras or having affirmations, having things that you say to yourself to remind yourself who the fuck you actually are.
Oh, no.
Right. Boy, that's right there. Hit right on it. That's right on the head. Right on the head, man.
Yeah.
I see
Yeah.
a lot of dudes I always find older than me have a lot of game, but it seems like they never applied it in their lives. You know what I'm saying? So I know these dudes have a lot of game to give to these younger cats that's younger than me. I'm not trying to act like I'm super old. I will be 40 next year. You know what I'm saying? But with the
Yeah.
youth I do have, I have a connection between the guys that's from the hood and some of these suburban cats, right? I'm from Newport
Mm.
News, but I moved to California and lived in the suburbs. And when I came back to Virginia, some of these dudes was doing a lot of this stuff. Even this is as a child. I'm seeing a lot of things they doing. I'm like, damn, I just came from California and I was over there playing soccer and football. Over here, we
Right.
just
Right.
get basketball, football. You gonna run
Right.
track, basketball, football. You know what I'm saying? And like you
Right.
said, what you see, what you hear. So I became open, and they stayed with a closed mind. Now we hit 40. These dudes is telling me, yeah, man, I'm finna retire from what we all worked in, the shipyard. I'm like, man, that ain't it. You know what I mean? That's cool. You get a steady check, but you settled. You know what I mean? You got to get up every day, and if you don't make that shit happen, they gonna hit you with a, well, you know, we gotta take your lights. You ain't gonna be able to have your lights on because you don't want to go to work because your back tore up. Well, I tore a muscle. I got that, but you still need to come and get these man hours in. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I see a lot of dudes fall off when they start seeing guys be successful. It's usually from selling dope, hustling, scamming, because they like, yo, the 9 to 5 is cool, but if I hurt my ankle, my wrist, I'm at this man's say so. And if I'm really sick and my grandma's sick and that's the only car I got, but we got to take grandma to dialysis at 9 in the morning. My shift start at 9:30. My nigga, I can't make it to work. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Yeah, I hear you. But anyways, if you don't make it by 9:30, my nigga, you're off the shit. That's what I got to tell
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. But see, the thing about it is this: we need to get the wisdom from people who actually apply it, because that's another level of wisdom, right? So
Right.
yes, we respect the people who have, because sometimes regret is the best teacher too, right? Like, so I want to learn. So I want to learn from the guy who applies it, but also from the guy who has deep regret. So what we're talking about is the regret, right? Like the regret, the person who has lived on, reached their full potential, procrastinated, wasting time, and now they knew what they wanted to do, but they never did it. And then now when they get older, they realize how painful it was, because now they regret it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the people who actually apply it, right? And they apply the information. They apply the information, so they have a different level of understanding, because they actually use the information and became successful while using it.
Right. Right. Man. And it's not very many. That's the crazy thing. It's not very
Hey,
many that we see or we know of. We got to do our own due diligence.
Yeah.
hey, brother Smart. Hey, when did you realize you had influence over people and their thinking?
Wait. Say that. Ask the question again.
When did you realize or come to understand that you had influence over people and their thinking?
Joe, that shit, you gotta say it again. That shit it broke up. Sounding you was underwater.
When did you realize you had influence over people and their thinking?
I don't think I don't know. I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't make that assumption, right? I don't even think about it like that. My main thing is just making sure I play my part and helping people who like me think better, feel better, and do better.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it. That's it right there. So
Right?
I would like to piggyback off that real quick. And I heard you said something like something like a beautiful violence.
Yeah.
And I was wondering like how you break that down.
No, it's just, you know that's in regards to combat sports. understanding the sweet science of boxing, understanding how to put together punches and bunches, and how to put together combinations, and how to hurt people but make it look like a work of art, how to knock
Right.
people out but make it look phenomenal, make the knockout look like it should have been in a museum or should have been on a Broadway stage, because the movements, the agility, the lightness of the feet, the center of gravity, the balance, everything was at a high level. So say beautiful
Mm.
violence, everything, I'm painting art with my hands on motherfuckers' noses and jawlines.
Right. Now I bring that up because, me myself, I'm a former pro boxer. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah,
tore
yeah,
my Achilles in my training camp, but I'm still, I still got my rounds. Like I still go and holler at people and stuff like that. I was
yeah,
going
yeah,
to
yeah.
ask you, since you've been, really getting at it. One, I wanted to know, how do you, how you sometimes deal with like restraining yourself when you're going through like a fight camp. Well, you fighting at light heavy, so you might not have to drop weight too much. But I would imagine you understand what that feel like, how that change your mental. Sometimes you get a little aggressive when you got to make weight. You ain't ate in a minute, you've been hitting 2 a days. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
How you manage that?
Well, the thing about it is it's commitment. You got to have an unconditional commitment to any and everything that you do.
You said that should come and go. And
Separate the
man,
boys from the men.
yes, indeed, man. I seen a lot of dudes walk away from the sport. One sparring session, they done did good for 2, 3 months in a row. They get one sparring session, they don't get the best, and they like, man, I think I'm done, bro. It's like, nigga, just one is done. And man,
They smart. Hey,
Yeah,
brother Smart. Hey, I got another question. What's the biggest challenge black men are facing right now that nobody talks about?
becoming self-reliant, right? And the actual recipe and the ingredients for self-reliance, and then creating goals with a self-sufficient mindset, and actually having a date for our liberation. So a lot of
I
times,
never heard that before. Not to cut
a
you
lot
off.
of times, yeah, for sure, it's okay. But a lot of times we don't, because a lot of our leaders are just traders, and they submit to the perceived power of the white man. These conversations are not being had. There's nobody in government that looks like us, that's getting laws passed to protect us. It's a joke. This is why I said the thing of Little Red Riding Hood going to court with all the wolves, and at the end of it, she ain't do nothing wrong but got sentenced to fucking death. All right.
hmm,
So what people are not talking about is the fact that black men are the ones who are supposed to be ruling the world. The black man. It's not a white man's world. It's a black man's world.
It'd
Black
be
man's
heaven on
God.
earth. It'd be heaven on earth if
So
it was that way.
so the thing about it is coming to that realization, coming to that realization, and coming to that realization and not waiting, coming to that realization and not waiting to be allowed to be the best version of yourself. Yeah.
So what responsibility do successful black men have to the next generation?
Sharing the knowledge, building institutions, creating a system, creating nepotism, creating generational wealth. And generational wealth needs to be your living expenses times 4, times 12, times 100, with a minimum living expense of 4,500. So every black man's net worth should be a minimum of $21.6 million.
hmm,
And we're not only leaving behind resources, finances, institutions, we're leaving behind a mindset of, I don't give a fuck about no authority of no white man. Right?
hmm,
We're leaving behind, a mindset of resistance. We're leaving behind a mindset of rebellions. Right? We're leaving behind a mindset of fuck you. Right? So those are the responsibilities that fall on the shoulders of us.
Yeah, I know you heard of Geronimo Pratt. God rest his soul.
For sure.
Yeah, man. He was he's a veteran, and he got jammed up in some conspiracy jazz. So that's the issue that we deal with, man. I feel like whether you like we righteous black men right here, we build an institution, they could still come and get a nigga on some conspiracy shit. They could
No,
try you.
no. I don't think, like, again, that's what I said. You don't want to speak
Am
to
I
what you did.
wrong?
Yes, you're absolutely wrong. The white
Explain
man
that
don't
to
have
me.
I just did. The white man don't have more power than God. So I say it again. The white man don't have no more. The white man doesn't have more power than God, and white men don't have more power than us. Because we're closer to God. We're closer to God than the white man. That's why I said the white man.
They locked Geronimo Pratt up for like 24
Check
years
it out.
though.
Check it
Smart.
out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. You talking some goofy shit. I ain't trying to hear that. I mean, like, I don't speak power into the devil. I don't speak power. I don't speak peace, God. Peace, God. Yo, take my math. I'm doing men's groups starting next week. I'm gonna have men's groups twice a week. I said, hold on. Yeah. So the white man, so the white man doesn't have no dominion over me. White man doesn't have no dominion over the world. He just was bold enough to do it. Now, yeah.
Yo, man, 24 years for a conspiracy. That's not goofy shit. That's what happened, man. And he
Now,
wasn't supposed to be in there.
I don't fear white men. I don't fear the
I
white
ain't
man.
saying you fear him. I'm just saying a nigga could come lock us up though.
Listen, bro. I
And
don't
we
fear
ain't
the
got
white man.
enough guns.
I don't fear the white man, bro.
I ain't saying I fear him.
Hold on. I don't fear the white man. Speak for myself. I don't
Maybe
fear
if
the
we
white
had
man.
a squabble or just hands
I
and
don't.
feet, but them niggas got guns and all that and bombs, dreadnoughts,
I don't.
ages,
Brother,
all that
brother,
crazy
brother,
shit.
brother, brother. They ain't make a bomb. They ain't make a bomb stronger than the law. They didn't create a
Come
bullet
on now.
stronger than the law. They didn't
I'm
make a.
with you.
They didn't make a. They didn't make a
I'm
knife
with you.
stronger than the law.
I'm with you,
Right?
man.
When
I'm
you know
with you.
God,
I'm
when
with
you
you.
know
I'm with you,
God,
Smart.
when you know
I'm with you,
God,
Mont.
let me
I'm
finish.
with you, brothers.
When you know God, you know yourself. And through that knowledge of self, you're able to liberate and free yourself. You're able to defend yourself. You're able to protect yourself. You're able to empower yourself. You're able to put yourself into position. This ain't no fluff, no kiki bullshit. You got to know who you are. And when you know who you are, you live in that focus. You live in that frequency. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. I don't give a fuck about no white man. I don't give a fuck about no government, none of that shit, man. I got God. See, this is what they do. They condition us to believe that they have more power. They're not the superior. They're the inferior. They're not the majority. They're the minority. So when you know who you are, when you know who you are, when you know who you are, then now you can live in that existence, right? And you could be a beneficiary of that. So it's our responsibility of black men to stop perpetuating this insatiable power of the white man, right? Like this dominant force. Get the fuck out of here. We not jacking none of that. We not jacking none of that. Okay? This ain't that, and it never was. So you have to have confidence. You have to have diligence. You have to have discipline. You have to have unconditional commitment. And you got to know God.
Yes, sir.
You got to know God. You got to know God,
Big facts.
right?
That's a
And
goddamn
you
fact.
can't go to man in a way that you were supposed to go to God and then get mad that the man didn't answer your prayer. The white man can't answer no prayer. He doesn't even have the power to answer your prayer. He pretends as if he doesn't want to answer your prayer when in reality, he doesn't have the power or the dominion to answer your prayer. So this is why you don't get liberation, because you're going to a mortal for your freedom when you're supposed to internalize it, and do for self. That's what it's about. So we're not advocating for reparations. We're not saying let our people go. Get the fuck off me. That's it. And
Fact.
when you think like that, and you move like that, and you accept who you are, you acknowledge your power, you acknowledge your dominion in this world, then you won't have a problem with nobody that's in this world or of this world.
Man, that shit right there. First off, let me do this. I had to tip my hat to that one right there because I felt that shit. That shit right there was in my heart just now. Yeah, I don't believe in nothing. I don't have to put my thoughts and energy into none of that shit but the one above me. That's the only one. That's the only one. That's why a lot of niggas stay mentally in prison. You know what I'm saying? They can never fucking escape that shit, man.
Hey, I'm with you, but I'm looking at the real shit that I done seen. I done seen it. I done touched it.
And I'm not using a man that didn't use God as an example to fight a man, right?
Like,
Right.
it's it's a fact what you said, but like, you know what I mean? But yeah,
I don't
that's how
dwell on that. That's my
that's the
perspective, though.
that's our way of combat. And that's the way of combat should be. I can combat you with something that you can't even fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Something that somebody I can't, because he's omnipresent, right? You can't
Yeah.
Hey,
fuck with any.
is this a little off topic? Like, if we could go back in time, if we could protect Malcolm in the Audubon Ballroom in Harlem, smart, will we do that?
Nah,
Or we just
no,
leave
it
it up
ain't about
to
that.
God?
It's only up to God. See, a lot of times we don't understand exploration, destination, and transportation. Right? You got to understand. You have to understand exploration, destination, and transportation. Right? So every soul has an expiration date. Right? So Allah controls the expiration. Allah controls when you expire. Right? Allah controls the destination, meaning where your soul goes, heaven or hell. Allah allows the white man to have input with the transportation, meaning how you died. But when you die and where you go when you die, man has no control over. So they highlight how you die. They highlight the transportation and make you feel like the transportation was the expiration, right? Like, you just controlled the transportation. You didn't control when it was my time to go. If it's not
Mhm.
my time to go, I could be in a fucking room with an atomic bomb and it go off, and I'm gonna walk out that motherfucking room without a scratch on my body. But if it's my time to go, I get hit with a water balloon. It's over.
Hmm. I see what you're saying.
Hey, smart, I got another question, brother. I appreciate that.
For
Um,
sure.
this is like a double part question too. Well, first let me say this. It's my experience. I'm sure you brothers had the same experience just in life. You know, I feel like strange brothers. We don't have the camaraderie that we should have like others do. For example, strange brothers. I mean, like somebody you don't know. Like, you pass a brother in the street. Um, you look the brother up and down, and then depending on what side you from, like in California, you look at a nigga up and down, you checking his clothes, you checking what's in his back pocket, his left or right back pocket, what kind of hat he got on, what he doing with his fingers, all that old monkey ass shit. What I stand on is monkey shit. I'm standing on as a black, what I call monkey shit, that shit. How do we balance that and get rid of that and be
Self-love.
compassionate when helping other young black men, so we can get
Self-love.
together finally.
It's just self-love. It's just self-love, right?
You understand what I'm
It's self-
saying?
yeah. That
All
didn't
right.
come from us though. That came from the white man. That came from
Oh
Jim
yeah, for
Crow law.
sure, for
That came
sure.
from the slave. That came from the slave consciousness. So that's
Yes, sir.
deeply rooted. That's why I said think. You think, you feel, you do. Right? Thoughts, feelings, behaviors. So they condition us not to love each other and love them. They condition us to hate each other and love them. They condition us to fear each other, but love them. They condition us not to trust each other, but to trust them, even though they're the most untrustworthy people on the fucking planet. Right?
So
So
how we get each other to have self-love and love each other, love other black men.
again, it's constant reinforcement, right? It's constant reinforcement, and you have to understand how your mind works. You have to understand how cognitive behavioral therapy works. Thoughts, feelings, behaviors. You think, you feel, you do. But what you see, what you hear can influence how you think and how you feel and how you behave, right? So you got to spend about 7 days writing down 7 days, writing down all the thoughts that you think. So for 7 days, you're gonna write down all the thoughts that you think, right? For 7 days. And then the next 7 days, you're gonna write down what all your feelings, like what feelings are you feeling the most. And then for 7 days, you're gonna write down, what are you actually doing. So you're documenting what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're doing, right? And then for the next 7 days, you're gonna write down, well, what's influencing or contributing to these actual thoughts. You're giving yourself a self-analysis, right? Now you have the data. And then now once you understand, oh, I think this, I feel this, I do this. And if the behavior doesn't benefit you short term and long term, then you can just disassociate with the thoughts that create the feelings that lead to the behavior. And then now you can start only thinking about things that make you feel good so you can do good. And then now you have what I say is you have like a proof of concept, right? You have a affirmational evidence, right? And then now from there, then now you hyper focus only on those thoughts that make you feel good and make you do good. So only think about what you want, forget about what you don't want, never speak about what you don't have. I only think about what I want, I forgot about what I don't want, and I never speak about what I don't have. That's the key. That's the key, and that's the process.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay, so since we're on that topic right now, right? I would say I would like to try to get a little bit more in depth. You know what I'm saying, with you personally, and I'm gonna ask you this. Uh, I'm not no super thug nigga, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up in the streets, you know what I'm saying? I tried to play around here and there. I had one incident for me personally, and I took it as God saying, you know, this ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? And so I got out of my shit, and I know I should have been gone in the feds, but I got out of my shit. I didn't have to. I ain't go see no judge, no none of that. That man literally told me, I'm gonna let you go, but I'm gonna follow you while you drive until you get to your house, and that's what he let me do. And all of this came from boxing. But I'm gonna say this. So I've been in a lot of different scenarios in my life, but one thing that helped me, what made me begin to start changing my ways and my way of thinking and trying to adjust my temperament was when I myself got married and ended up having to get a divorce. I got the divorce, and when I got the divorce, leaving the wife was a hardship. Leaving the wife was a hard thing, but that was only one aspect of it, right? But when my kids were gone, and I was in the army at the time, so I'm leaving. My wife is leaving me. I had to go to jail. I had a domestic case with my wife. She said I did some shit that I didn't do. I had to go prove myself. The man says, you know, he can get me wrapped up, and he telling me you facing 5 years in feds. First off, because we gonna prove that you did perjury. Then they told me I had 8 years for some child endangerment, some wild shit. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. When I finally was separated from everybody, when I was by myself, the toughest dude that I could ever be, the hard nigga, the bravery, all that shit was gone. I want to know, when you were in prison, at the moment, was there a time when you sat with yourself and you really had to tell you? I say God, you say Allah, but I don't want to disrespect, so I'm gonna say Allah. So you tell Allah in your private space. Did you ever have to break down and admit, like, you know what, God, I'm gonna admit to you wholeheartedly, I'm actually broken in my spirit. I feel bad, I'm hurt, I'm sad. Did you ever have a moment for you like that made you rearrange how you think, how you act, how you present yourself?
No, I don't think I necessarily broke. I think I hardened.
Mm-hmm.
I think I became a lot more aggressive, a lot more violent, and a lot more vicious, and I accepted the darkness that came with extreme rage, and
Mm-hmm.
I saw myself drifting away into darkness, and I asked God to help me. I asked God to give me strength to fight these demons of anger, these demons of rage and murder. I had all these thoughts on my heart, and I asked God to not let me transform into this animal, and God answered my prayers.
Man, and that's amazing, man. You know, my journey through boxing is where I learned a lot about the shit that I had to deal with as a child, and the things that I was to foresee. You know what I mean? At becoming a man, becoming a father at that too. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, did you experience that while you when you were in prison, or like transitioning? Did you have to transition from like, now I got to get out here, be be mentally stable enough to be a father, remain in society, and still got to do a job? Because I know you said, you came from that hustlement background. You know what I mean? And you ain't have to, when you hustling, you don't got to ask nobody for shit. You really the source. You know what I'm saying? When you get home and you rearrange your mind, what was that like to bounce back? So I was saying, like, did when you came home, did you have that battle? Did you have a mental battle, like, telling yourself, like, because my pops is, he was never really around, but when he did come around, it was always after serving time. You know what I'm saying? And my dad used to have different ways of dealing with me in different areas, that we were in and shit. Like, sometimes it was real aggressive, and then sometimes it was just real smooth type shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he really knew how to transition from, I have to stand my ground, to understanding, like, I got to deal with a little kid's emotions and feelings and shit like that. Did you have that
Right, right, right,
issue?
right.
Like, dealing with your sibling, like, well, not siblings, but like your people
Well,
that's
well,
younger than you, and
well,
cousins?
well, sometimes people have a frozen image in their mind of who they think you're always going to be, right? And when you get released from prison, or you see them after a long period of time, in the period of time between that time, you were developing yourself, and then now you come around them after all these years, they still think you're the same person you was when they saw you years ago, and then you're not. And for me, I had to accept that. I had to, you know, deal with that and cope with that, for sure, with my family, because there was things, now I don't want to smoke. I'm not drinking.
Mm,
I don't want to sell drugs anymore. I'm reading books. I'm working out. I'm more concerned with higher vibrational things. And my family didn't know how to, for the most part, didn't know how to deal with that. And when I was vocal about being in disagreement with their lifestyles, they kind of alienated me, and now I became more of a black sheep in my family, because I wouldn't accept or be in agreement with the stupid shit they was doing. So
damn.
now they just labeled me as somebody who was judgmental. And cool, fuck you. I am judging you. That shit is stupid. I'm not doing it. I don't want it around me. And if you do it, you ain't going nowhere. And don't spin the block and try to be, oh man, you were right. No, fuck you. I'm right today. I'm right tomorrow. I was right yesterday, and I'm gonna be right years from now.
Mm,
So, you have to have this level of unapologetic boundaries, especially with family. And I don't give a fuck if I was an idiot before I went to jail. I'm not that same guy anymore. So that was something that I had to deal with, and I was able to overcome those challenges, those personal challenges with my family.
man,
Life is constant change, constant change.
constant,
Hey,
constant.
hey, smart. If every young black boy in America could hear a message from you, what would it be?
How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you, also repels things away from you. The best way and the quickest way to figure out who doesn't love you is for you to love you, and let that vibration be loud enough to remove those people out of your life who don't love you. And only think about what you want, forget about what you don't want, never speak about what you don't have, and never smile in the face of your enemy. And the
Mm,
enemy is the white man, the enemy is the Chinese man, the enemy is the Indian man, right? These are our sworn enemies. And don't look for empathy from an enemy. Don't look for love from an enemy. Don't look for peace and a safe space from someone who hates your fucking bone marrow.
damn.
and put God first and put God first and put God first. Put God above everything and let God give you revelations on who to deal with who don't look like you. If God don't tell me this white man is my friend, fuck him too. No, you got good white people. Well, God didn't give me no revelation that this white man is good. Fuck him too. Well, you got good Chinese people. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, Bruce Lee. Fuck you and Jackie Chan and Jet Li. I ain't getting no revelations from God that said you was a good man. So you get your ninja star, ninja Chuck, pork fried rice eating ass the fuck on. You dog eater. I'm cool on that. So what we got, so this is what I would leave to the younger generation. Have a unapologetic loyalty to your fucking race. Have an unapologetic, unwavering commitment to your race. Love yourself, love who you are, love your people, and love people who look like you.
Indeed.
Come on, goddammit.
Indeed.
And
Yeah, man.
I signed my Johnny Hancock on that right there. That part.
Hey, smart man. I know you see my bad, Mont. Hey, I know you see whether you see it in real life, but I know you see it on social media, man. What's really going on with black men and black women, man? Is it really this divide? Is it we really hate each other? That bullshit.
No.
I'm married to a black woman, man.
Black men and black women and black men, we love each other. That's just the programming. That's the condition. That's the forceful conditioning of a programming to divide us, because it is the black family is the greatest threat to white supremacy. The black man and the black woman being in a loving, healthy relationship, marriage, family, you name it, that is the biggest threat to white supremacy.
The Holy Trinity.
So this is why they attack the black man and black woman being together, right? Because us being with our women is the greatest threat to their power structure.
Because we reproduce. We're gonna reproduce.
Hey man, I just want to make a point to put on this platform that we love black men, women, we respect black women. My mother, my aunts, I got daughters, my wife, just black women, whether they strange or not, man. I've been out with my wife holding her hands, and it's a group of black women like coming in front of us. One time we was going in the mall, man, smart. Mont, I opened up the door, let the ladies go in, and my wife had no issue with it. You understand? That's the kind of queen I got, man, because she understand the mission. She understand the assignment.
Right.
She understand a black man, is what I'm saying.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Absolutely.
Indeed.
Yep.
Indeed. But one of them hood rats had an issue, didn't it? I wouldn't, my nigga better never help them fall bitches like that. I wish the bitch would. That's the type of shit I've been hearing since I've been here.
Hey, Smart, what you think about what's going on in North Carolina? What happened, the verdict in North Carolina, and what's going on in Texas, man? What's your thoughts on that?
It's the same thing. Little Red Riding Hood going to the courthouse full of wolves.
Mm-hmm. And like my man Charleston White said,
I have no expectation. I have no expectation. The white man cannot and will not ever give us justice. So we have to stop looking for people to give us justice.
That's a fact, bro. That's just what it is, man. In any kind of way, I feel like they'll find some type of way to inconvenience us. You know what I'm saying? Do any fucking time, anything to fuck you over in some kind of capacity. You know what I mean? And like Charleston said, man, they shooting our babies over stale chips and noodles, nigga. And they saying, well, I had the right to defend my store. Why? Because it's a common thing for young black men to come skied up, hoodied up, rob the stores, kick over shit, you know, do dumb shit in the store. Now, it be guys that's older than them.
It's not common. But that's the programming. It's not common. It's not common.
No, I agree with you that it's not. No. I'm saying social media makes it seem common. So for them, they know I'm gonna get everybody to agree with me and what I say. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want us to think.
Right. Keep in mind. These people are our enemies. So would you go into a neighborhood? Would you go into dangerous projects in the hood with a bunch of jewelry and money in your pocket?
Not at all.
Unless you was a badass nigga.
Not at all.
Right? Like, You better have your pistol, better have your team with you. We moving correct. I'm not gonna sit there and fall asleep in a cage with alligators and be mad when I wake up in heaven missing fingers, limbs, and rib cages. Right?
Yeah, man.
So
But
these
we
are not our
talking,
friends.
man. And Carmelo, not to cut you off, smart, but fucking Carmelo sitting in that motherfucking man while we talking. Uh, Cyrus, I pushing up daisies, man, while we talking, man. You know, it shit just keep going on and on, man. Like Pac said in that record, man. When he talked about Latasha Harlins, he said it's been going on for years. There's plenty more. We gotta, what the fuck, you know? Anyway, man, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Anyway, go ahead, smart. I'm sorry,
So
brother.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's all good. That's all good. Yo, I guess just get to your last questions because I gotta go. I gotta wrap it up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got an
yeah.
interview.
Sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
What
right,
you got,
so
man?
I'm gonna ask you a question. What was the message with the No Labels tour?
Well, the No Label Show was just me giving our brothers um, another option, a secondary option to create media, create music, and do it independently,
Mm,
especially if a record label, wouldn't acknowledge or collaborate to take your talent to the next level. So the
mm,
labels tour is where, we're teaching artists that music is not a product. Music is the commercial for the products you sell and the services you provide. Music
mm,
is the commercial for the products you promote or the services you promote. McDonald's has music. Ba ba ba, I'm loving it. But they got a product, burgers and fries. They provide a service, commercial real estate, because McDonald's has the largest real estate portfolio on the planet.
For
So
sure. I
what
learned
we
that.
going,
Real
what
talk.
we going, what we going, what we going to detail about is getting the artists to identify, well, what's going to be their burger and fries, what's going to be their commercial real estate, what's going to be the products they sell, what's going to be the services they provide, and how can they service and supply or distribute those products or services to people who love their music and fuck with their artistry. Yeah, so that's what No Label Store was about. And creating media for people who are without compromise, creating media for people who have principles, morals, and values, and creating media opportunities for people that are Black, African Americans, whatever you want to call it, people who look like us, creating opportunities for them in media without compromising, without being subservient, without being disrespected, and not being forced to be in a slave contract or doing bad business.
yeah, I like that.
Hey, smart. I got one quick thing. I know you got your time, brother, and thanks for your time. Last question, man. Our podcast, it's called Black Men with Issues. So, what's an issue you had to overcome personally that made you stronger, wiser, or more purposeful?
Just knowing I'm superior. Just knowing that I'm the most peace, God. Just knowing I'm the most superior man on the planet. Knowing that I'm powerful. Knowing that I'm intelligent. Knowing that I'm the father of civilization, the scientist of life, the inventor of math. The fucking we the motherfuckers, man. We the
Damn
best,
right.
Yes, sir.
Damn right.
right? So
Yeah.
just understanding that and accepting that, creating mantras and affirmations that reinforce that, and applying myself with that knowledge and being a beneficiary of the application of that knowledge itself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like that, man. Before we get out of here, though, I wanted to say, can you tell us the date for the fight?
August 22nd, Santa Monica Piers at the Butterfly Brawl. We definitely gonna have pay-per-view. We're gonna have pay-per-view options, and the pay-per-view, the money from the pay-per-view is going towards us building Black developmental centers. So the goal is to get one of these developmental centers in each state, but we gotta have goals and deadlines. So every fight, we want to build a center. So we're gonna use the pay-per-view numbers from the fight to build the center. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys buy the pay-per-view, you guys support the fight, you purchase the tickets, you purchase the fight merch, you purchase the memorabilia, the water bottles, whatever, all this is going towards our own independent institutions. And those institutions have the sole purpose of helping Black people be in a better position.
Yes, indeed. For sure, we gonna get that. So you're gonna be fighting in California?
Yeah, yeah. I got a serious squabble, man.
Come on, man. I'm gonna pull up because you're gonna be
You
in
got the
Santa Monica.
squabbles.
I'm only
Yeah.
I'm only 45 minutes away from you. You feel me?
Oh, that's right there, man. You gotta be there, man.
I
You
gotta
gotta
pull
be
Yeah.
there,
up.
man. This is gonna be
You
serious.
Yeah.
feel me? Hey, I be seeing you sparring too on your page, man.
He said he got the squabbles,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he got a serious mean squabble, man. You can get your nose punched off, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
All right,
Yes,
my brothers.
indeed. All right,
Yes,
brother,
sir.
man.
Appreciate you,
Yes,
Smart.
indeed. God bless, bro.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man. Yeah. That was live, man. That was live. Next time we're gonna get to run it back. We're gonna be in an office or some type of studio space.
I gotta get up out there, man. What he said, Santa Monica Pier?
Yeah. You ain't
Yeah.
been there. When the last time you been in that bitch? Been a minute.
I ain't been in Santa Monica Pier since
What,
high
17?
school. High school.
Yeah, like 17, some shit like that.
Yeah, shit. Probably a little younger than that.
Man, I remember going out there a couple
It's
times.
been a minute. It's been a minute for sure, man.
Hell yeah.
And so, you know, it was refreshing to hear another brother with some of the same school of thought, man. You know.
Indeed. Indeed it was. Indeed it was, bro.